I've decided to do something a little different. So, do you remember the antagonist called the Host? You may have noticed they have a different art style than how I draw my characters. What if I draw my characters in the same style as the Host? Well, not exactly like the Host, but as the same style as them. So technically, I'm redesigning my characters. It's not a permanent redesign, but you get the idea. Let's get into it. I changed my character's clothing a bit, but I still kept the main colours. Like, I changed her tank vest to a shirt with a white colour. I even gave her a little heart symbol on her shirt. The other changes I have her is that I made her shorts longer, and I even gave her tube socks, and changed her sandals into purple Mary Janes with high heels. Just like my character, I also gave Toby a shirt instead of a vest. I also added the circle symbol on his shirt. I even gave him pockets on his shorts. I even changed his tube socks a little bit, and instead I gave him purple sneakers. Oh yeah, the one change in particular was his face. I made his eyes much bigger since he's the youngest, and the eyebrows was actually directly inspired by Hurricane from Thomas and Friends Journey Beyond Sodor, which I thought would be funny to add. There's unfortunately not much changes for Fern, except I made her hair slightly longer, like down to her shoulders. I even made her bow much bigger, and I even added ribbons. I made Fern's dress look like a proper prom dress, and I replaced the number 5 with a star symbol, and even gave her a separate sleeve, and her signature glove. I even gave her blue high heels. Oh yeah, and I gave her some earrings. I made Sid's rainbow hair slightly longer and more spiky, but I still kept his colours of the rainbow. I gave his coat a little rainbow symbol and a number 7. He is by far the only one without a shape symbol, being the triangle. And like Toby, I kinda changed his socks a little bit. I even kept his brown shoes and gave it a little bit more detail. Some of you may already know by now that Elliot is by far my personal favourite character in my entire series, and I decided to make him more muscular, and I also gave him muscles and abs. I kept the spikes on his eyes, but made them smaller. I made his blonde hair more spiky, and for the clothing, I actually made his shorts a much darker shade. Speaking of which, I also gave him his 8 symbol, and its slightly darker shade of magenta. And lastly, since he's my favourite character in my entire series, I gave him extra shines in his eyes, symbolising his secret hypnosis ability. Not much has changed on Nigel, except I made his hair more spiky and messy. I even gave him a screwdriver behind his ear to show that he's an engineer. I made his jacket much longer as well and added pockets. I even gave him multicoloured bandages, just rather than orangey peach. I even added his socks, and I kept his shoelaces untied. To show he's also a little clumsy. Like his character is in the series. Not much has changed about Mr. Mundy, but I did slightly base him off his slightly younger counterpart. Like, he had a red vest over a white shirt. I even gave him the cross symbol on his vest. I even changed his glasses to make them look more real, and kept the orange lenses. I also added pockets on his pants, and I tried to make him appear more like the sniper from Team Fortress 2 from the looks of it. Now, I didn't even change Psycho Guard that much, except I kept everything about her, and I made her scruffy, ripped clothes a slightly darker shade, and I kept her evil face. I made her eyes look more like a vicious cat. I also gave her the cape that she wore in the Hello Fanna or the Fanna's Folk universe, so I decided to add that as a nice detail. Oh yeah, I even added a gold tooth on one of her fangs. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also made Phoebe as well, except I didn't change her at all, except I gave her a few details on her boots. I gave one of her eyes a bit of red, symbolising the aftermath of her possession fully wearing off. I also gave her bags under her eyes, just to show she's getting older. And yeah, that's all the redesigns. Thanks for watching.